Hello friends, welcome to my channel ELS English Literature Studies with Kaur Harpreet. Today my topic is Sir Walter Scott, who is a historical novelist, poet, playwright also. And in my upcoming video, I will discuss Sir Walter Scott as a poet and his limitations as a poet. And if you want to know more about Wordsworth as a poet and Coleridge as a poet, you can check my previous videos. I will provide link in the description box. You can check those videos. So without wasting any time, let us start with Sir Walter Scott, whose time period is 1771 to 1832. Sir Walter Scott is best known as the author of the Waverley novels, but his first love and earliest success was as a poet. He was a Scottish historical novelist, poet, playwright, and historian also. He was an advocate, judge, and legal administrator by profession. His works are known for both English language literature and Scottish literature. He is primarily remembered for his extensive literary works and his political engagements. He was a prominent member of the Tory establishment in Edinburgh. He was an active member of the Highland Society and also served as a president and a vice president of this society for a long time. Sir Walter Scott led a highly active literary and social life during these years, but his finances now took the disastrous turns, and these disastrous turns partially determined the course of his future career also. He was appointed as a sheriff in 1799, which proved as a good supplement to his income. Then he was appointed as a clerk in 1806 in Edinburgh, and he was a clerk to the Court of Session. He also became a partner in a printing, and this was on the brink of financial disaster in 1813, but this printing press was saved by Scott. Sir Walter Scott is often credited as the father of the historical novel, and his historical novels greatly influenced later writers. His novels also established the standard structure of the genre. His interest in the European Middle Ages is reflected in his work Ivanhoe, that is published in 1819. At the age of 25, he began his literary career. He published a three-volume set of collected Scottish ballads, and the name of this three-volume set of collected Scottish ballad is The Minstrelsy of the Scottish Border, which is an anthology of border ballads. This work was first published in 1802, expanded in several later editions, but it reached its final state in 1830, 2 years before his death. This work attracted high praise. It has been called as the most exciting collection of ballads ever to appear. And this work influenced both Britain and continent and helped a lot to decide Scott as a poet and novelist. As a poet, he ended the dominance of the heroic couplet and the pentameter and introduced a more flexible sort of stanza, which I'm going to discuss in my upcoming video. The topic will be Sir Walter Scott as a poet. His poetry is full of specific place names. His poetry was uneven, sometimes wrecked also. In 1806, Scott wrote Marmion. This is his second major work. Marmion, A Tale of Flodden Field, a historical romance of the 16th century. It was published in 1808. It concludes with the Battle of Flodden in 1513. It is a narrative poem with varied meters. The book has a huge and lasting success in both Britain and the United States. All of Europe was at war when this poem was published. Mark Twain coined the term Sir Walter Scott disease. For Twain, Scott is in great measure responsible for this American Civil War. Talking about his works, I will discuss only poetry, and later on, after 2-3 videos, I will discuss Sir Walter Scott as a novelist also. But today I'm going to discuss only his works related to poetry. His works are An Apology for Tales of Terror, 1799, Minstrelsy of the Scottish Border, 1802 to 1803, The Lay of the Last Minstrel, 1805. Then we have Marmion, 1808, The Lady of the Lake, 1810. Then The Vision of Dawn, Roderick 1811, The Bridal of Triermain 1813, The Lord of the Isles 1815, and in the same year, The Field of Waterloo. In 1817, Harold the Dauntless. In 1831, his health deteriorated sharply and he tried a continental tour with a long stay at Naples to aid recovery. He was taken home and died in 1832. Sir Walter Scott's knowledge of history and his facility with literary technique made him a seminal figure in the establishment of the historical novel genre, as well as an exemplar of European literary romanticism. In 2010, Scott Prize for Historical Fiction is also created. He is now seen as a principal innovator and as a key figure in the development of Scottish and world literature, especially in historical novel. So friends, this is all about my today's video. I hope you will like my video, and if you like it, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. And if you are new on my channel, please hit the bell button so that you can get notifications from my upcoming videos. And you can also join me on my Facebook page, that is English Literature Studies ELS. Thanks a lot for watching.